Is it a dog? Is it a cat? Baby.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh man.
All right, well, now we're canceled. We're not canceled. This episode can't be done now. Aired.
Oh, why?
Singing that song.
Oh yeah, it's illegal. No, I figured this episode won't be aired because something stupid's gonna happen and it's gonna just not work.
Yeah, probably.
And then we're just gonna have to go live like we did last time.
Yeah.
Which got 11 views.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked about that.
Yeah.
I thought it was definitely not going to get any views.
Well, I wouldn't say that I'm necessarily shocked. I'd say I'm more curious how long anybody actually watched.
Oh, probably like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the
Well,
analytics.
to get 11 views, right? To get a view, you have to at least watch.
Isn't it like 30 seconds?
Maybe? I thought it was a minute. Maybe it is only 30 seconds. That would be hysterical.
I don't think it's very long.
Yeah, I didn't think it was long. I just thought it was longer than 30.
I don't remember. I'd have to look.
Wasn't it originally like 3 minutes before you got a view?
Oh, I don't know. Because I mean, our average viewer is watches for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's not very long.
It's because of this.
What?
Like these first 2.5 minutes.
Oh.
It's like, what on earth is this? This isn't engaging.
Yeah, but we're talking about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why people don't. But that's why the true listeners get the good stuff because they stick around for the meat in the middle.
Yeah. Wait, is it because it's like the beginning is the middle is like we actually are talking about something, and then the end.
Yeah, it's like a Subway. It's like a Subway sandwich.
Oh God, but yeah, that inbred is terrible. It's just so bad. But that's how I feel about any sandwich.
But once you get there, you finish it.
No, I usually throw that away.
You're there.
Like if I get to the last like couple bites of a sandwich,
our show is like a day-old Taco Bell taco. Hard shell.
No one's eating it.
Yeah.
All right, so you said you wanted to talk about
Nope.
Did you change your mind?
Excuse me, everybody. Huh?
Did you change your mind?
About what?
That game.
Oh, Elden Ring?
Yeah. You said you want to talk about the review, what you felt about it, or something.
Yeah, I could give my. I've played for 10 hours, and give my thusly opinion.
Thusly. Yes.
I would give it. I don't know, like a
No.
7.5, 8 out of 10.
What?
Something like that.
Okay, well, I don't know. I haven't played it, so I've only been here for about an hour and a half, maybe.
Watching me play.
Watching you play it,
Yeah.
I would not even give it that. It's a pretty game. Like it looks way prettier than all the other Dark Souls. Like they removed themselves from that dark feel.
Yeah, I think that's why they went with
whatever.
Elden Ring.
And so
like
it's like-
they were like, hey, it's totally a Souls game.
Yeah,
but
straight
they're like
up.
the aesthetics. We don't even want you to think of it like
Yeah,
a Dark Souls because it's
vibrant,
very different.
It's
Yeah.
very much a fantasy.
Very
feel.
pretty, very
And, like,
pretty.
Everything about it was interesting. Like
A lot of good detail.
I like the floating jellyfish. That's probably one of my favorite things.
That was really
in there
cool
so far.
Yeah, and you haven't even seen everything I've seen
No,
in the
like-
10 hours. And yeah, there's some good
Like
stuff.
it's a pretty game. So like, just on what I've seen.
Eagles, grizzly bears,
Yeah, I saw the
foxes,
bears. I haven't seen foxes.
wolves.
Saw wolves.
They're like these weird platypus things, turtles,
Crabs,
giant crabs. Yeah, giant grizzlies. I ran into those. They killed me in one hit.
Oh gosh.
Lots of wildlife and fauna.
All right.
Yeah. Speaking of that sound,
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I was telling Prather, I was like, oh yeah, dude, I constantly hear near misses
Yeah.
for accidents on this road at this intersection right here. And I was like, it's crazy, like all the time. And I was like, and I've seen one accident where it was someone got rear-ended, and he was like, oh man, that's crazy. And then like an hour later, we hear bang, and I look out the window, I'm like, someone just got rear-ended.
Dude, your road is dangerous. Like every time I'm coming up here, I'll go in the middle lane, the suicide lane,
Yeah.
and just wait because people are just slamming brakes on, flying by. I'm just like, dude,
Yeah.
it's crazy. The speed limit on this road is 40 miles an hour, and they're getting it. Some of these people are freaking.
They're getting that full 40.
Yeah.
They're making sure they have that full 40 miles an hour, no matter how much space there is between them and the car in front of them.
Oh yeah, no, they're like from dead stop to like actually full on going. They're like, we're gonna get 40 in less than a second.
Yeah.
It's like, all right.
We're trying to get it. No, but it's really just this intersection, I feel like. I don't really think the rest of the road is really that bad.
Yeah, I'll give you that, because once you get further along that way or further along the other way, it's not...
It calms down.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
It's because of the high school, I bet. All the high school drivers.
I can see that, wanting to get out and go home.
Yeah, and they don't, no patience.
Yeah, I mean, I have no patience either. I'm not a high school driver, I just don't have patience.
Yeah. Anyways, though, so Elden Ring.
Yeah, okay, so you're going to give it a 7, and I'm going to give it my own review.
7.5.
7.5.
I like that. I can't give it a definite. I feel like I have to play longer to be able to give it a real thing.
Max, I'm going to give it a 4, just based off of what I've seen.
You don't like Souls games, though.
No, but I've given the other ones a higher review. Like, the highest one, I think, was Demon Souls, and I gave it... No, Bloodborne, and I gave it a 6.
Oh, you liked Bloodborne?
Yeah.
Bloodborne was my least favorite.
Bloodborne was an interesting one to me. Like, the aesthetic for it, the way that everything moved. It was also the one I played...
You like the Gothica...
Yeah, it was also the one I played
Gothica.
the most, and I was just like, I like the transition from like, the other... standard Demon Soul games.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Because Demon Souls, Dark Souls are basically the same aesthetic, same game.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
But then you got to Bloodborne, and it was like, this is a different feel, and like, I do like that cathedral, like that weird, as you said, Gothica feel to it. And like, that did a lot to boost my opinion on it. And then playing the game, as I said, it's the one I played the longest and the most.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, I could get behind this one. Still not a fan of the series, but it has the highest score.
Okay.
And this one,
I haven't played
yet.
Sekiro yet, though. Which
See, I didn't even
really
know that
good.
one was a. You said it today, and I was like, "There's another one."
Yeah, there's another Souls game, right? Because I think it went Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Sekiro, Elden Ring. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's the order of release.
Oh, those are. I don't know. The games are just so boring. Although I've been running into the whole fact that it's like playing video games, right?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to jump on and start Twitch streaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. Like, literally, I was like, I just need to just jump on Fable and go ahead and start.
Yeah.
And then, like...
Just get it.
I'll jump on a video game, and I think, like, 2 seconds into that video game, maybe we'll give it a minute. Like, max is a minute. Are we?
Yeah, we're still going.
Cool.
I don't know what was up with the week before last, whatever it was.
But, like... I'll give it, like, maybe a minute. I'll start playing. The game will be loading. So this is what I'm saying, like, maybe a minute. The game will load, and it'll get to the start menu, and I'll press the, like, let's go into a game,
like,
and then
continue.
it starts loading, and then I'm like, I'm done. I get off and like, I don't want to play.
Dude, I kind of feel you. I kind of feel you on that, depending on the game. Because, like, I tried playing, there's a couple games I started recently.
Yeah.
Like Mercenaries, which is an old Xbox game, and then I Red Faction Guerrilla, which is a 360 game, and
Red Faction's not bad.
Sitting down the first time playing it, being like, hey, I haven't really played this before.
Yeah. It's
like, all right, this is fun, and I played for a couple hours, and I'm like, all right, that was cool. Played about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, that was fun. And then I come back to it the next day, and I'm like, yeah, I'll pick it back up. And it's like, by the time it does start, I'm like, I don't want to play this.
It's like, where's that energy go? Because, like, your mindset's like, yeah, let's play a video game. And as soon as, like, you sit down, that energy all of a sudden, maybe it's the loading screen time, like, giving your brain time to think do you actually want to sit here for however long you're going to sit here?
Uh-huh.
And your brain's like, no, I really don't. I don't want to sit here and stare at a screen all day.
Yeah.
And then it's like, all right, well, then get off. And it's like, yep, you're right. And then I'll go to my room and stare at a screen all day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different. But I don't know, like Max Payne 3, I was able to come back and finish that. Because it was engaging.
It seems like such a fun game.
But holy crap, it has way too much loading. Way too much loading. Like, because I was going to live stream it, and I was like, but I've already seen the story, so I don't care to live stream the story.
Yeah,
I'm just going to play through the missions, and I'll just keep skipping the cutscenes. Some of the cutscenes take so long, like some of the missions take so long to load that you skip maybe 10 seconds to 20 seconds of the cutscene. So you have to watch a 5-6 minute long cutscene. I'm just sitting there pushing skip, and it's like still loading.
Oh my gosh,
I'm like, this is ridiculous.
See, and like,
so I don't, and like now I don't want to go back and play it. Because like, I don't want to watch the cutscenes. I want to play the missions.
Dude, it's that meme I was telling you, right? Like, it's a gamer thing. When I say it's a gamer thing. Wes does not agree with me, my roommate.
Okay.
But the whole, like, there was a meme where Wanda shows up at Endgame and she's talking to Thanos and she was like, you will pay for what you've done or whatever, and he's like, I don't even know who you are. And the meme is like, all gamers, like when they fight the final boss, and I'm like, that's definitely me and quite a bit of other gamers that I know, where it's like, I skipped everything, read nothing.
I just want to go, I want to play.
Go play the game.
Right.
And then it's like, you get there and the guy's like, has some crazy dialogue for you, and you're like, I'm just gonna kill you. You
Yeah.
don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna kill you.
I'm here to kill you.
Like, I'm assuming that's also my story. It's like, I want to know if I've ever played a game where the story wasn't to actually kill the guy, like maybe redeem him or something, and it's like you just go through and just murder them. It's like, all right.
Spec Ops: The Line, that's one that I want to play. It kind of has that, where you're going through and it's like, it's just a traditional third-person cover-based shooter.
Oh no!
But then as you're going through it, it like starts to question like, why are you even doing any of this? Like, why are you're just killing them because they're in front of you? Because you're playing a video game, right? Like, that's it. That's your morals.
Wait, so it breaks the fourth wall?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
It pretty much breaks the fourth wall with your character, though. Not necessarily directly to you, but it is like, I don't know.
He's
I wanna
talking
play
to
it.
himself, probably.
Yeah, right, in a way, but it is asking you, like, because it's like, were they really the bad guys, or did you just start shooting people because you had a gun?
That's the thing about video games, though, right? It's like, the moment you give, there was a study, right? I don't remember.
Oh, I know
like,
what you're talking about.
Where it's like the moment you give a player, though, the an ability to kill something, the first thing they do is just kill.
Yeah,
and there's no reason, rhyme.
No, that's actually one of the biggest like goofy things in Halo Combat Evolved is the fact that Captain Keyes gives you a pistol and says, "I don't keep it loaded," and it's like, what on earth is that? Like, why would you not have you don't have ammo?
Right?
You just have a gun. It's symbolic. But so it's like,
I mean,
all right.
I can see it like as a captain, you're like, I don't actually need to use it a lot of times, maybe. Where
Yeah, but you still have it loaded in case you do. But so he gives you a gun, and it's like, that was weird. And the whole reason for it was the guy who was designing the level was like, dude, if we just give him a gun, the first thing the player's gonna do is kill the captain. Like, because as soon as they give you a gun, you're just gonna be like, boom, ha ha.
Yeah, I mean, they're not wrong. I tried it.
Yeah, so you have to walk out of the room, and they hope that you, by walking out of the room, you're not
gonna go back. And
yeah, because you're like, oh, hey, there's things for me to shoot, because enemies spawn as soon as you actually have a gun. And so they hope that that's enough to get
How
you
many
to...
games have you gone out of your way to see if you could kill the NPCs?
Oh, yeah, I immediately turned around and went back and shot him. Yeah.
Just like, okay, like, anytime I played a game where there's NPCs, it's like, can I kill you? Duh, 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 duh. Or most of the games I play are fighting games. So it was like, can I hit you with this sword? Oh, you do die? Cool, I'm just going to murder everyone real fast.
Yeah, why not? It's a video game. Like, I do experimental stuff in video games all the time just to see... Like,
just to see what the boundaries are.
Yeah.
Because
what do they allow me to do, and then what can I break?
Yes.
Can I break this? I'm going to break
it's like,
this.
how much of this game can I break real fast? And it's like,
without really trying.
Yeah, just casually break the game. Because if they allow you to do too much, it's like, oh, why did you give me this power?
Yeah, there's a game that I'm going to stream eventually called Deadfall Adventures, and me and Mike Testa, he's on the... Every now and then, if you watch the live stream games, he's there giving commentary. And so it was just him and I, and he was like, you should try this game out, because he's like, I've never heard of it, and I have it on my Xbox. And I'm like, I've never heard of it, I just have it.
Yeah.
So we play it. Oh my God. It is so dumb. Like, one of the greatest things was there's like the first like boss or whatever, which is supposed to be like, you're really scared of this thing that just appeared and it's gonna kill you, and it has a sword and it's slowly walking towards you. And I'm like, I wonder how quickly it'll kill me. It hits me 60 times and I'm not dead. And I'm like, this is stupid. Like, I literally stand there and it goes, shoo, shoo, shoo. And my health regenerates just fast enough and it doesn't deal just enough damage. I literally sit there with like, it hits me 60 times. I'm like, I'm walking away. I'm done.
Like, at that point, though, you should have just walked away and left it running to see if he could ever.
Could he actually kill you? Yeah, but it was just so dumb. I was like, yeah, there you go. Take all the tension away real quick.
Yeah, that immediately, if the thing can't kill me at the start and I see this giant thing and I'm like, oh man, that's going to kill me.
Yeah.
And then it's like, it doesn't. It's like, oh, how easy is this game?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like, well, that's broken. Like, because then, you want it to kill the player.
Yeah.
The player should, because then that's the
incentive
reason
for the player to continue.
The reason like Dead Space works as a horror game is because you do know that in like one hit you could die.
Yeah.
And there could be a bad situation where you're like, oh, I missed the shot, and then it goes
dead.
Swing, 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 and you're like, I died.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it terrifying, because then you're like, please don't shoot me, please don't hit me, please don't hit me.
I mean, honestly, in any video game, okay, so kind of changing subjects a little bit, but with the video game thought, if you jump into a game, it's too easy, right? Like, I jumped into, what is that Star Wars one that came out? Has the actor that played Jerome in
You're talking
Gotham.
about Star Wars, Jedi Outcast.
Yeah, Outcast. I don't think that's right.
Oh.
I don't think it's Outcast.
Fallen Order.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Fallen Order.
Not Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Academy.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
none of those. So I jumped on there. Wes and I both decided we're going to play this game at the same time to see who can go through it faster. And
not to be mean, I would bet you.
Well, yeah, but we both jumped on.
I would bet you.
We both jumped on
But
normal.
then I bet I could do it before you. I bet I could do it faster than you.
I'm curious because we both jumped on normal, and I was like, "What is this?" And I hear him be like, "What is this?" Totally different tones. So I was like, "Restart, harder difficulty."
Oh,
there's the normal difficulty. I've never jumped into a game where I'm like, "This normal difficulty is too easy."
Yeah,
And so like I jumped it straight to hard, and like.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, for your first playthrough, a game should be like normal is right where it is.
Yeah, because like,
this should be just fun and challenging.
Exactly.
And then whenever you're like, I really like this game, I'm gonna make it harder to challenge myself.
Exactly. Like I like normal to be challenging enough that I'm like, ooh, this is difficult, but not so hard that I can't pay attention to the story or that I'm de-stressing when the cutscene comes in.
But if it's like you don't even have to think about anything.
Yeah, I literally walked up and he was just like block, kill. Then I'm like.
This needs to be a little bit harder.
This needs to be harder. Once I switched it up to the harder difficulty, I was like, this is a game I can play. And I still beat it before him. He didn't even finish the game.
Oh, jeez.
And like he was like, how'd you get past this part? I was like, it was like some weird puzzle. I'm like, I actually broke that part. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I accidentally pressed the button. The machine lined up kind of where I needed it to be, and then I just force jumped across because it was telling you to do like this weird line up these two machineries, jump from here to here, press the button and line it up to go to another location, and they just wouldn't line up for me. And so like the first time it lined up just enough that I could go from here to jumping here.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, all right,
I'm
gonna jump to where it tells me to go now.
Fun.
And so like, but we played those games, and I'm like watching him play other games. And like he likes platformers, which blows my mind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
He likes platformers, and he's surprisingly good at platformers.
Yeah.
But then he plays games like kind of like that, where it's a platformer mixed with fighting.
Yeah, action adventure.
Yeah, and
platformer.
And he doesn't do that as well, and that throws me off because I was just like, I like watching you play platformers because I suck at them. I don't know if it's that I get
like straight
bored.
platformers.
Yeah, I don't know if it's I get bored and I'm just not paying attention, or if I get too impatient. Like there's there's a disconnect there where I meet them like, I suck at this, I'm done with this, I'm out. Like, which is why I don't like Smash. Like I like playing Smash and I'm not bad at the game, but like playing people who actually play Smash, I'm like, yeah, there's no way, because I'll miss platforms and like do all this stupid crap where I'm just like, I killed myself. It's like I'll play a computer all day because I can beat the computer and not have to worry about jumping and flipping.
On level 9?
Yeah, that's the only level you play them on.
Nice.
But wait, do you not play them on level 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still working.
All right, cool.
I wonder what the other day was about.
I don't know.
We've got another like 10 minutes.
All right, cool. So then I'm going to break into that story.
Wait, we don't want to finish my Elden Ring review?
Oh, I guess we can. Yeah.
So then this whole episode will just be Elden Ring review, video game talk, so people can know whether or not they want to skip it.
Yeah, we're just talking about games.
Yeah. And then the next one can actually be interesting for the people who like interesting stuff.
That's not interesting. It's just parts of my life. I don't know if that's interesting.
Well, I feel like people will find that way more interesting than video games.
Yeah, whatever. But okay, so your review. I thought you gave it, which was an 8.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I didn't say why.
Oh, right. I interrupted that, didn't I?
Yeah, I didn't say why I thought it was this way. So, pretty much, my first thing is I am comparing it to Dark Souls.
Yes.
Not Demon Souls, not Sekiro, not Dark Souls 2 or 3, not Bloodborne. I'm comparing it to Dark Souls.
Okay, the first one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Demon Souls is technically the first one.
Yeah, but
Dark Souls.
Dark Souls series.
Yeah. Because Dark Souls 1 is my absolute 10 out of 10, the best game. Like, it is, like, you know how a lot of people say Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is the GOAT?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you can call that the GOAT. Dark Souls is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 2.
To you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is the sequel. It's the follow-up that I've always wanted.
What? How? What? Okay.
Dogs. Neighbor dogs. How?
Yeah.
Because it is an open world adventure RPG with limited hand-holding, challenging fights in a 3D puzzle-solving, like, yeah.
I would not consider that a sequel.
Oh, yeah, dude, they're like the same exact game.
I would consider that another game in that genre.
They're like the same exact game.
with very
One's in Hyrule, one's in Anor Londo. One you fight Ganon, the other you fight the Cinder, whatever, the first king, whatever it's called. Whatever.
The guy,
Yeah.
the Ashen King.
No, he's not the Ashen King.
Fine, he's a cinder.
It's the Ashen King is like either the second or third game.
Wait, is there really? An
Yeah,
Ashen
for
King?
real, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because in the first game it's all about fire, and then the second game is all about ash. And
Is this game about Ash? Because they talk about Ash a lot.
No. Nah, this one's about rings. I don't know. But yeah,
Blood
the first
rings
game's about
and
fire, the second game's about ash, and then the third game is about embers.
Right, so it's the Fire trilogy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I thought was pretty clever.
Or maybe the Flame trilogy would be better.
Yeah. Well, it's a bonfire. It's a bonfire because it's like at first it's burning bright, and then it turns into ash, but there's embers still smoldering.
So the dying flame.
Yeah, that's what the whole thing's about.
Okay.
Yes. That's why it's Dark Souls. It's about the bringing of the darkness. The flames are extinguishing.
Okay, so did or whatever that place you said, I don't know why.
Anor Londo.
Yeah, is it dead? Is it gone?
Lordran. Anor Londo.
Yeah, storyline wise, is it over?
I never beat Dark Souls 3. I don't know.
Oh, why?
I wasn't as interesting as Dark Souls 1.
Okay.
So Dark Souls 3 has the opposite problem of Elden Ring. So Dark Souls 3 is way too linear. It's literally
it's just like, go.
It is a straight line with bonfires that you can warp between right at the very beginning.
Oh, so it's like train tracks. Or
It feels
they
like
railed
it.
you.
Yes, it feels like a railroad. There is no like accidentally going the wrong direction and getting whooped and
that
punished
sucks.
for it and being like, okay, maybe I should come back here later. Or being awesome and overcoming it and be like, look, I'm level 1 and I'm already better than this thing.
It's like, no, they were
you
like,
don't get
this
that.
is-
It's like, no, that way. You go that way. And it was also so stupid because I didn't like it because it would be like, I would light a bonfire, which is for people unfamiliar, that's your checkpoint system, is bonfires. You light a bonfire, get a checkpoint, and then it would be like I would walk 2 rooms down, and it'd be like, here's another bonfire, here's your next checkpoint. I was like, that
What?
quick? Like, back to back like this?
See, when a game does that, that makes me always a little bit leery and nervous that it's
No, but
about
it's
to be
not
a
harder.
hard game,
No.
right? But you get what I'm saying, where it's
Yeah.
like if you walk into a room and they're like, here's a save point, you're like, oh, why'd you give me a save point?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
move down the room, a corridor a little bit more, and they're like, here's a save point. You're like,
Okay, this is bad.
what's about to happen?
Yeah, you're about to just stomp my
Like,
face in,
was
aren't
this
you?
middle ground between the save points was me to be prepared and like figure out like the first time it's like, oh, okay, that's why you gave me 2 save points. Let me go back, re-switch stuff up,
Oh,
get
it's
ready,
like,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
save
I get
here.
what you're saying. It's like, yeah, this between these 2 save points is where you're supposed to get ready, spec out all your stuff,
Yeah.
make sure all your equipment is changed up, make sure you've leveled all your stuff where
Exactly.
you want it to be,
And
put
then
your stat
save.
points, and then now this is the boss fight is about to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I think of immediately when there's like a corridor, or not even a corridor,
Yeah.
but you know, like it's just a little bit down the way, and you're like, okay, so you're getting ready for me to fight something insane.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, so the too many bonfires. It was like over double. Someone counted. There's over double the amount of bonfires in Dark Souls 3 as there is in Dark Souls 1. And Dark Souls 1 could have probably used
More,
5 to 10 extra bonfires throughout
just a little
the
bit more to
game.
be like, hey, I really wish I had more saves.
Well, it's not even for the saves. It's for like fast travel.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't unlock fast travel until you beat half the game. So you spend plenty of time going everywhere. Like you learn that map really well and you have to walk all of it to get anywhere. Which is great because you learn shortcuts and these little things, and I love it. You learn
So
how the
here's
world is
here's this
interconnected
location I can go to
and
next
how
or
to
something, yeah.
open doors to get shortcuts between places and stuff. And it's really fun because of how well designed the world is for its layout, how everything connects together.
I will give them
and it's
that.
not linear.
They seem like they make great maps.
Not Dark Souls 2 and 3. Dark Souls 2 and 3 are hallways with decorations that make it look like it's
I mean,
not
I guess
a
that makes
hallway.
sense. Like, what is it, Dark Souls? Maybe it was Dark Souls 2. I was watching my friend play, and like it was constantly in a building. It felt like.
Yeah, the difference between Dark Souls 2 though, Dark Souls 2's hallway is more like here's a circle, and then you're gonna have 4 hallways off of that.
Yeah.
That might lead to another circle with 4 hallways off of that, and you're like, oh, a choice. And it's like not really. It's hallways.
Yeah,
it's still hallways.
We're not really giving you a true choice. We're giving you a partial choice.
Where then Dark Souls 3 was literally go straight. There is no diverting. Go straight.
No, that's terrible. No.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
And should we check to see where we're at?
Sakurai has, or not Sakurai, Elden Ring has the exact opposite, where it's not an intricately, thank you. It is not intricately connected world from what I've seen of it. It is just a vast open world.
Except for that cave.
Which cave?
Your little jaunt into the swamp cave that led you all the way to the other side of the map.
Well, no, but that's because it teleported me. Not because it was connected to it, but because it was a teleportation to the other side. And then from there, the only way back was for me to teleport back. Well, I could have actually walked back, technically. Because it is all connected, but it's not... It's connected in, like... Dark Souls, the original Dark Souls is like a knot.
Yeah.
The map is this knot that's woven together, and all of it is interconnected and everything. This is just a spread out, like, pan pizza here. And it's like, it's all connected, but it's not like in this weird woven, interconnected way. It's literally just, okay, that way is that way is this. And they just want you to teleport between bonfires to get there. Or whatever they call it, Sites of Grace, or whatever.
Sites of Grace. I like that way better.
Yeah,
Sites of Grace sounds nice.
Yeah, no, it's fine. The aesthetics are fine. All that, I have no problem with any of that. Jumping's cool. All that stuff's good.
Oh, yeah. They added jumping and horses.
And
Not an
horses.
actual horse, though. Like a gazelle or something.
A mount. We'll just say a mount.
Yeah.
They add a mount.
That dragon was cool, though.
The dragon was cool.
That was probably one of my favorite things I've seen. Like, the
dragon
jellyfish was pretty baller, and then seeing that actual dragon come in and annihilate everything in its path.
The aesthetics are awesome. All of the design stuff is great. The bosses are fun. The gameplay is sped up. Dark Souls 1 is definitely a lot slower. This is a lot faster of a game, and that's nice.
I wonder why what made that change, that choice.
I don't know. Maybe just better hardware so that it can reliably have the inputs be quicker.
Yeah.
You know, where in Dark Souls, everything was slower. Not a big fan of the fact that you can move while you heal.
I like that in a video game. I hate when I'm going to heal and then I have to be like...
Yeah,
and then you're like... Ah! By the time you finish it, you get hit again and you're just like... Well, if I have to stand still to heal, can they just stop moving?
I liked the challenge in the Dark Souls where to heal you have to be like, I know his attack pattern enough to know that this is his break. So either I would normally attack, but I have to heal. So he just broke his attack line. So I have enough time to chug this, and then I'm gonna have to dodge more, and then hopefully.
See, it's like they brought in the components of an action game, and then we're like, also, can we do a real-time strategy game? Because you do need some strategy, you need strats to go into each boss based off of your build. What's your strat going in here?
Yeah.
And it's like, so because of that, it makes the game definitely interesting, but I hate RTSs.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't call it an RTS. I would definitely call it way more.
No, it's not an RTS. I'm just saying, but per boss, you do go in there with a strategy.
But see, it's not even like Fable, is it? Like with the way. Well, but it is.
It is in a way. Like, because Fable, I would change what spell I'm going to use based off of what boss I'm fighting.
Yeah.
And
they have attack patterns and things like that.
Where it's like, okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to fight this person? Generally, though, near the end, I started just manhandling everything because I was like, let me just get my strength and toughness up.
Dude, I mean, that's the only reason I ever beat the first Dark Souls is eventually I goes like, you know what? I just want the heaviest armor, the biggest shield. I'm going to give myself a ton of health. And it's just like, you come in and hit me. And I'm just like, gah!
It's like, I will take your hit.
Gah! Geek! And just force my way, brute force my way through this.
Dude, that's actually like, as I said, like I would go heavy on Fable. But like after a while, like when I've really actually understood the game, I found out magic was the most OP thing in the world. Yeah. I never had to actually fight.
That's definitely the same with Elden Ring, is magic seems super, super powerful. I don't have any. Because I was an idiot.
And
take this as you will. Take this as you will, as part of my review. I did kind of give myself a bad experience because I did start off as the naked. I did start off literally with no equipment and a club. And that is it. At level 1, too, so all my base stats were 10. Where everything else comes fully kitted with like ranged, a special weapon, shields.
We should see if it's still going because you said 10 minutes.
Some consumables. Yeah, it's still going.
Oh, okay.
All that stuff. But anyway, so take that with a grain of salt. That maybe it's just I screwed myself over.
Probably.
But I am having fun with it. I just think that Dark Souls is still better. It is still my gold standard. It is like when I compare a game in this genre of action adventure, I always compare it to Dark Souls. Because Dark Souls won me over unlike any other game.
See, the game that won me over into this type of realm
Fable.
No, actually, believe it or not, no, it was Jade Empire.
Jade Empire.
Yep.
Yeah. Good call. Yep.
Like, I was like, dude, I love this type of fighting games. And then Fable was next after that, where I was like, I can get behind this.
Fair enough.
But all right.
I think that's it.
I think that's this episode. Love you guys.